Okay, for knee pain, this is another exercise for knee pain. Oftentimes, I've already mentioned in another video that with knee pain, front of the knee pain, inevitably the calf is incredibly tight, usually either from inactivity, complete inactivity, and the tissue is very hard and inelastic, or from just over muscularization, like if you're a mountain biker or say a weightlifter. People like that will tend to have really turgid calf muscles that have more elasticity than somebody who, say, does CAD work all day and all night and sits at the TV afterwards and doesn't do anything. But they will also have a very, very dense, tight, and shortened calf. Limited ankle flexibility. Now, great. The other thing that also pops up is, especially for the athletes, is the glutes and the deep rotators will be way too tight. They'll just be over-tightened and extremely dense and inelastic. So they force the body into this position. They can't completely straighten their leg. There'll be a slight bend in the leg because the quads and the hamstrings, quads, and deep rotators are just so large that they're contracted, usually from over-exercise strength training. So you'll see this a lot in, again, weightlifters, cyclists, like heavy cyclists, like mountain bikers, and bodybuilders. Really common. Probably a lot of other things too, but those are three that come to mind really quickly. So I've already shown you another video how to loosen this calf, balance it out, and the ankle. If that doesn't work, then go to the glute. The glute or the upper quadricep. But the glute, today we'll deal with the glute. So to get a stretch in your glute, there are a couple different ways you can go about it. One of them, the one that I like the most, is probably one of the least common. So I just start sitting with my legs out, and I'll take my one leg and I'll bring my foot underneath, almost underneath my buttock, but just up to the top of the leg. This leg's bent. And then I bring this leg in, and I can already feel tightness. I cycled yesterday, I ran yesterday, I'm a little bit tight. So this is actually going to feel good. Now I'm going to take this foot. If I can't get it to the outside of my leg, I'm going to leave it here. But I'm going to try and get it to the outside of my leg. And I want it to sit flat on the ground. It's not going to be up at an angle, but flat. Okay? Now my right buttock, I'm on the side of my right hip, my left buttock's off the ground. I want my left buttock to be on the ground evenly like my right buttock. I'm just going to hug my bent knee here, sit straight up, and slowly lower myself down onto this buttock. That's going to stretch this right upper hamstring, and quadricep and hip, and the glute a little bit too, the deep rotators a little bit too. So I'm going to start there, sitting straight up. You'll want to bend, don't. Sit straight up. And then I'll unfurl, and I'll do the other side. One side will always be easier than the other. You may never get your buttock on the ground. That's okay. Just work it. You got to learn how to extend the center of this torso as you do this. That's why you sit up. This foot's flat. This buttock's off the ground. And I start to lower it. Oh, yeah. So for me, it's all in the right side. The left didn't feel much of a stretch at all. The right, completely. But I'm getting it from two different angles. And you can go back and forth. I usually do a set of 3. Stay there for 30 seconds to a minute. Have fun.